If you think today's court news is just politics, stop right there, because what reportedly happened inside a Manhattan courtroom could test something much bigger than one case. This was not a normal argument between lawyers and a judge. Reports suggest it turned into a high-stakes showdown over courtroom control, fairness, and what happens when legal teams try to push a trial off the rails. And the next major moment in this case may be only days away. So let's walk through what's being claimed step by step, because the details are where the real story is. The moment everything reportedly changed. Court watchers say the morning started like many other trial days. Prosecutors were arguing to include financial records and related documents. The defense objected. That kind of fight is common in big cases, especially complicated white-collar trials. But then, sources indicate there was already serious tension building behind the scenes because of a filing that may have briefly appeared online before being removed. According to reports from people who say they reviewed screenshots or saved copies, a sealed document was accidentally visible on the federal court system for a short time. It was reportedly taken down quickly. What was in it? Claims online suggest it referenced new material, possibly communications, and financial transfers that prosecutors believe connect key people in the case during a time the defense previously described as a no-contact period. It's important to be careful here. None of this is confirmed publicly in full detail, and sealed filings are sealed for a reason. But the reports about that brief posting are a major reason analysts believe the courtroom mood was already unstable. A judge's ruling and the reported walkout attempt. Then came the moment that, according to multiple accounts, lit the fuse. Reports suggest the judge ruled the prosecution's large set of documents could be admitted. That is the kind of decision that can reshape a trial fast because it changes what the jury may be allowed to see. And according to courtroom observers, right after that ruling, several defense attorneys stood up, gathered papers, and started moving toward the exit while the judge was still speaking. If that description is accurate, it would be a stunning move in any courtroom, especially a federal one, where procedure is strict and the judge's authority is absolute. Stop right now. And the exit door is reportedly blocked. Here is where the story gets even more intense. Reports claim the judge immediately warned the attorneys that if they continued toward the door, they could be held in contempt, meaning the court could punish them for disrupting proceedings. And multiple sources say the judge then instructed U.S. Marshals to position themselves at the exits. If true, this is not routine. Federal marshals do not step into action like that unless the court believes order is at risk. People describing the scene say it became a tense standoff. Lawyers near the door, marshals at the exits, and a judge trying to keep the trial from breaking apart in real time. Accounts vary, but several reports say the standoff lasted only a few minutes, yet those minutes may have changed everything. The sealed message that reportedly raised the stakes. So why would lawyers even consider something that extreme? One explanation being discussed by legal analysts, the judge allegedly referenced receiving a sealed submission that was not shared in the normal way. Some reports use the term ex parte, which generally means one side communicates with the judge without the other side present. Courts rarely allow this except in special situations like safety threats, witness protection, or serious security issues. If reports about an unusual sealed submission are accurate, it may suggest the court is preparing for something sensitive. And that leads to the biggest question now being debated. Are prosecutors about to bring in a cooperating witness? Analysts believe that's one possible meaning when security concerns suddenly rise. But again, this is speculation based on reported procedure, not confirmed public fact. The strategy, some experts think they see. After the reported standoff ended, sources say the defense quickly filed emergency motions, possibly arguing bias, misconduct, or asking for a mistrial. Legal experts often say that if a team believes things are going badly, they may try to build appeal arguments early. And some commentators believe today's reported confrontation may have helped create that record. In simple terms, the theory is this. If the defense can show the judge was unfair or even appeared unfair, they may be able to fight the outcome later, even if they lose. That doesn't mean the defense is right. It doesn't mean the judge is wrong. It means the battle is not just about evidence, it's also about the story the public will hear and the arguments a higher court might review. Claims of coordination outside the courtroom. Now, here's where this turns from legal drama into political storm. Some sources suggest media crews were unusually early outside the courthouse. Others point to commentators posting strong reactions before full details were public. To be clear, being prepared is not proof of coordination. People cover major trials every day, but the timing has fueled a larger narrative that this moment may have been designed not only for the judge, but also for cameras, headlines, and public opinion. And in a case this political, perception can become its own battlefield. Witness 14 and the coming turning point. One of the biggest claims spreading among court watchers is that a key witness, sometimes referred to in reports as Witness 14, may be scheduled to appear soon. According to sources who claim familiarity with filings, this witness may have direct knowledge of financial transactions at the center of the case and may require protective measures. If that's true, it would explain why tensions are rising so quickly. Because in trials like this, one insider witness can change everything. And that could be why, analysts believe, the defense looked panicked after the judge's rulings. The judge's reported warning, backup lawyers. Another detail being discussed. Some reports claim the judge may be considering steps to ensure the defendant always has legal representation, even if the current team attempts to quit. In plain English, this can mean the court is ready with backup counsel so the trial cannot be stopped by sudden withdrawals. That kind of step would be rare, but it matches the larger theme of today. The judge appears determined to keep control of the courtroom and prevent disruption. Why this matters beyond one defendant? Here's the bigger issue, and this is where it stops being only about Trump, or only about one judge. If lawyers could simply storm out whenever rulings go against them, then trials become impossible to run fairly. Every future defendant with money and influence could turn court into performance. The system only works if the rules apply even when someone doesn't like them. That's why, according to reports, the judge's message today was so direct. The court will not allow tactics that create chaos just to force a mistrial. Political reaction and public pressure. As expected, political figures reacted quickly. Supporters framed it as the defense resisting an unfair process. Critics framed it as a dangerous stunt. Polls and public reactions when they come will matter, because this case is not happening in silence. It's happening with the entire country watching and choosing sides. And that pressure, on every person in that courtroom, is enormous. What happens next and why next week could explode? Now, everything is pointing to the next court decisions as a major turning point. Reports suggest the judge will soon rule on the defense motions, decide how to handle security, and confirm whether the next witness schedule stays in place. If the defense tries another disruption, analysts believe the judge could respond even more aggressively through sanctions, contempt warnings, or other strict courtroom measures. And if a protected witness really is coming, the prosecution may be holding information the defense did not expect to face. So, here's the question that could decide the entire next chapter. When the next key witness takes the stand, will we learn this was a desperate last play, or the first move in something even bigger?